going to start reviewing for the test. So we're not really doing any one specific thing from this unit. We're going to mix everything kind of together a little bit. So to start with, put those in order from least to greatest. Mason.
0.777.
Keep going.
0.795. 0.800. 0.811.
He is correct on those. When you have decimals, if they all have the same number of digits or the same place values, you can basically look at it as what the number would be without the decimal when you put an order from least to greatest. So we would have like 800, 795, 811, 777. And that sometimes makes it a little bit easier to put them in order. If they aren't the same amount of digits, just add zeros to the right of the decimals so you can have them all kind of match up. Any questions on that one? Shouldn't be too bad. All right, do that one then. We have to do some math with integers. We also have to do it with the absolute value. So you could see either of those. Gray, what'd you get? 8 is correct. All right, when you have absolute value and it's around a math problem like this is, you do the math problem first. We do the inside part first. So if I have 19 plus negative 27, signs are different, so we subtract. 19 or 27 minus 19 is 8. We use sign of the bigger number. At that point, after you do the math on the inside, that's when you take the absolute value. Absolute value is distance from 0. Distance is always positive. Absolute value is always positive. So whole thing equals 8. Okay? Any questions on that one? You got to do the math first. You don't want to change the signs first and make them all positive on the inside. This one might be a little small from some of your seats. Got some places throughout the world. We want to know which one has the highest elevation. If you can't tell from your seat because the font's a little small, those are all negative numbers. Lacey? Oh. Yeah, she tried saying that one right there. I honestly have no idea how to pronounce the place. The country's Kazakhstan, though. That one I do know how to pronounce. When you have negative numbers, and these are all negative numbers, you know, if you think of a number line, when we got 0, the ones that are the smaller looking negative numbers are closer to 0. As you move further away, You get to the bigger negatives, it's counting away. And farther left on that number line is the ones that are least. Greatest is always to the right. So the ones that have the highest elevation, if they're all negative, is going to be the one that's closest to 0. That's that Kazakhstan place. All right, so let's do a little more math with these places. We need the difference in the elevation between Turpenpendi and the Dead Sea. And honestly, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing Turpenpendi correct either. Dead Sea, I'm pretty confident on though. Ford?
1,865?
Nope. Sydney?
855.
All right, so it's the difference. Difference is subtraction between Turpenpendi and the Dead Sea.
Better not throw it.
So we got negative 505 minus negative 1360. So since they're both negative, when we do that same change, we're going to end up with a negative and a positive. So when the signs are different, we're actually going to subtract and like she said, we get 855. Any questions on that one? Just make sure you're careful when you set up your subtraction problem. It asks for difference. Difference is subtraction. When they're both negative numbers, once you do the same change, that's how that ends up. All right, they also do temperatures a lot. We worked with those some yesterday. Try that one. Jacob, what'd you get? 44 is correct. How much warmer, how much colder? It's asking for the difference in the temperatures. So you're going to subtract. If you do that subtraction, you do same change. That becomes 26 plus 18. 26 plus 18 is 44, like he said. Any questions on that one? Temperature problems, fairly common. You'll see those a decent amount. Who can tell me what math problem this would show? Sarah E. Yeah, but what?
Oh, 9. Negative 9 plus 6.
Negative 9 plus 6, that works. So we got 9 negatives, 6 positives. All right, so that'd be one possibility that they could give you as an answer choice if they show those different charge circles. The other thing, with addition, you can always change the order. So 6 plus negative 9 would work. Now, sometimes when they give you answer choices, they do them as subtraction, right? When we look at the circles, we look at it as an addition problem. But negative 9 minus negative 6 would do the same thing. or 6 minus 9 will give you the same thing. When they give you subtraction problems, what you have to do is same, change, change. First number stays the same, change to addition, change the sign on the second one. First number the same, change to addition, change the sign on the second one. And you can see those 4 in red all mean the same thing, all would be correct answers for this. Usually you have to kind of search your way through the answer choices to find the one that matches though, okay? Any questions on that? As I said, you could see it any of those 4 different ways.